we're going to start in the Synoptic Gospels, and we're going to be working through the passages where Christ institutes the Eucharist or the Last Supper. I also want to touch, because it's relevant to these Synoptic Gospels and Christ's institution of the Last Supper. In 1 Corinthians, we kind of get a mention of this. A couple takeaways here. The Lord pretty clearly says, "This is my body." That's something that we need to keep in mind, and we can't simply dismiss it. So what do we do with it? There's obviously two ways that you can view this. You can say, well, this is my body and this is my blood. It's very clear. He's saying that this is his literal body. The other way is to take it symbolically, and I do think that, while obviously I do affirm real presence, I do think that there's a leg to stand on here, because there are times, I would say with enough frequency in the Gospels, in which Christ refers to himself as something in a symbolic way. So for instance, he calls himself a door, calls himself the vine, etc. There's many more, but you could definitely, if you wanted to, you could chalk this up to Christ being symbolic. I will say that just the synoptic text alone, I can understand how it would go both ways. If this was the only evidence that we had biblically for real presence, I would say it's pretty shaky. I do think that Paul in 1 Corinthians kind of gives us an idea that there's actual real spiritual danger in abusing the cup and the bread. And that has to, at the very least, have us ask, if it is somewhat spiritually detrimental to us, shouldn't we also understand it to be truly efficacious for us in some way, if taken the right way?